Hello and welcome to the Self-Made Warrior program. So, firstly, I'd like to say congratulations on being here and welcome you into the community, into this course, and really honor you for having the courage to step up, to put yourself first, and to take action towards creating the life on your terms. So, throughout this course, we're going to give you the tools to equip and empower yourself to become your most abundant and empowered self. Now, in this video, I'm just going to give you a quick walk through the course so you can see how to basically get started. And if you're watching this right now, then you're already on the platform. The next thing you need to see is how to use the platform. Okay, so you've obviously come in and you're in this part here, Self-Made Warrior. So I just want to go through this platform with you real quick. All right, as you go through this course, you'll be assigned tasks either by the program itself or by your coach if you are working with a coach, one of our self-made mentors. Now, you've also got your habit tracker here. So you'll be able to use this habit tracker as you're going through to be able to keep track of what habits you are doing. Now, the beautiful thing about a habit tracker is it spikes your dopamine, your reward center in your brain when you're ticking off that you've done something. So you'll notice that you get like this reward feeling when you're doing this. Now, throughout the Self-Made Warrior program, we will be implementing new habits into your life. It is our habits that create our reality, what we do habitually that produces our results and our outcomes in our life. Now, it's also what we don't do, what we choose to abstain from that also creates our results as well. So as you're moving through the Self-Made Warrior program, it's not just about the new things that you're bringing into your life. It's also about looking at what we can start to remove that no longer serves you. So yours might be alcohol, like it has been for me throughout this program. No alcohol, whether it's no fat, no porn, no coffee, no gambling. What is it that you can stop doing? It might be just no TV, no sugar, no caffeine. There's something in your life right now is like your Achilles heel that's causing you to fall short of your potential, and you know what that is, and you'll be able to work with your coach on really identifying what it is that you're looking to remove from your life. Now, this system is something that you can use to level up and grow as a man consistently. As you go through your life assessment throughout this course, you'll be able to start to assess the areas of your life that you're working on and look at what you need to remove and what you need to bring into your life in order to create the results that you desire. All right, so we've got our forum here as well, so there's discussion. The main thing that we're looking at right now is accessing the platform. All right, so right now, you're in the Welcome to Self-Made Warrior. So this video that you're watching right now is obviously on this screen, right? So you'll be able to go through here and click on the Self-Made Warrior workbook. So when you click on that there, you'll be able to go into that and get access to the workbook. So this here is going to be your Bible for the next coming months. So the first thing, we've got our introduction. You'll be able to go through that there. A little bit about myself, path to becoming a self-made warrior. And as we go down, we're going to get into the warrior's way. So this is really about choosing to embody the characteristics of the warrior. So the warrior archetype in itself, it is the part of you, part of your psyche that takes action, that is disciplined, that shows courage. And here are some characteristics like courage, discipline, resilience, and honor. Now, with these worksheets, you want to print out this workbook, and essentially, if you can find a place where you can put all these worksheets, you might have a self-made warrior wall somewhere in your house. It could be in your office, in your shed, somewhere, it could be in your bedroom, wherever it is for you, where you can go in and do the work on embodying and activating your inner warrior. And you'll be able to see these characteristics here are what you're going to look to embody yourself. So where can you show courage, right? Where can you start to be more courageous in your life, facing your fears? Where can you be more disciplined? Like through this course, we're going to use habits, routines, and rituals in order for you to be a more disciplined man. I'm going to teach you some time management strategies that you're going to be able to implement to become more disciplined in moving towards your vision, your goals, your desires in your life, in becoming your most empowered and authentic self. You've got resilience here. So the difference between those that succeed and those who don't is the level of willingness to be resilient and do the hard work to move forward. So whenever you are actually moving towards any goal, any outcome, anything that's not currently in your life, whether it be changing your body, changing your mind, changing your bank account, changing your relationships, you're going to be challenged, right? Because whatever's not in your life right now, the reason that it's not there is because you have not yet become the version of yourself that is aligned energetically, in terms of your mindset, in terms of your beliefs, your energetic blueprint, the way you're feeling, your emotional blueprint. You have not aligned yourself energetically to obtain your desires. Now, people think that all their problems are out there, right? Like, I'll just have the money if, the government was better, if they pay me more at my job, and all these sorts of things. But the truth is, you have the power within yourself to create the world that you wish to see. So you will be challenged to create change. The first thing in Self-Made Warrior that we're going to challenge you to do is to choose a physical challenge, something that's going to challenge your body so that you can start to see tangible change within your body. Because once you can see how you learn and you grow and you adapt and you become stronger, more physically fit, in your body, it's going to show your mind, your unconscious mind, that you can actually create change in your life. So when you start to see physical challenge in your life, it might be going to the gym and increasing your bench press, increasing your squat or something like that. You're starting to see that you can grow, you can change as a person. So it is challenge that creates change within us. Now, the first part of this course, you're going to choose a physical challenge. The second part of this course, we can start to look at your business or finances. It could be relationships that you want to work on as well, but we will be working on your relationship, especially your relationship with money, as you're moving into the second part of this course. So, honor, again, strong sense of honor and integrity. Be a man of your fucking word. If you say you will do something, by hell and high water, you make sure you fucking do it. That's the kind of standard that we set when we are a warrior. We want to live by a code of honor and integrity. Next is focus. Now, we live in a world with massive distraction right now. And throughout this program, we're going to give you habits, routines, rituals to increase your focus. So again, like, you could be moving towards a goal, right, in your life, and then a shiny object pops up. In this day and age, especially in the space of entrepreneurship, people can be working on their soul work, their purpose work, their business, but then they get this distraction of a shiny object. Now, I had this a lot, especially in my early years as an entrepreneur. So I've been basically in the entrepreneurial space for about 15 years now. And throughout my 20s, I would be trying everything that came my way, from eBay stores to drop shipping, tried Amazon, tried making money off blogs, affiliate marketing and network marketing and things like that. High ticket sales and coaching is where I really got my breakthrough, and then working with affiliate products as well. But I tried a lot of things that didn't work before I found what really did work for me. And it's not to say that we can't have multiple sources of income, but get really fucking good at making one form of purpose work for you first, is what I would suggest. All right, and you can definitely connect with other programs, products, and services that are out there so that you don't have to build the thing from scratch. I've built from scratch, and I've also affiliated with things that have already been built that I can leverage systems, and that tends to be the easier, more fulfilling route than going through the hard work of really having to build things yourself. Now, it's not to say don't build the things yourself, but if you can leverage other products, services, things of value that are in alignment with your values and your belief systems, then by all means, that can be a way to do it as well. All right, adaptability, again, change is the only constant in life, right? So it's about being able to adapt, not being rigid, right? Being okay with life presenting you with challenges that are, again, creating that change within you, right? Now, sometimes we may be going on the right road in the wrong direction type of thing, and we will be intercepted by the universe, by source, by your higher self, by God, whatever you want to call it, to not necessarily change direction, but to just get back on the right path. So adaptability is being flexible enough to know that when you're like pushing against a brick wall, there may be a way to go around that brick wall instead. Empathy as well. All right. So as we're getting into empathy, this is, again, caring about other people, right? Understanding that we are all connected. Okay. And when we can come from a place of love and understanding towards others, we're actually more love and understanding towards ourselves. If I can love, understand, and accept someone else, and see the parts of me that are being reflected back in that person, my relationships improve. And so does my ability to be able to be of service and also influence others. If I really connect with them and understand the person, I can work with them instead of pushing against them. This is really good for relationships with ourselves and with others, also with money, okay? And wisdom. Again, we get wisdom by the lessons that we learn. I've gained a lot of wisdom through my life, through learning things the hard way. And as you may have too, you may have like made a lot of mistakes, right? But you get the lesson, you get the gold. So wisdom is something that's going to, again, we can draw our lessons from success and failure. And that's through usually a place of reflection where we look at what have I learnt from this day, right, this challenge. And you'll be using a lot of that as you progress throughout this course. All right, so as we go next, and obviously embodying these characteristics, take your time to go through this and read through it yourself. And these here, put them up on your wall somewhere. You want to be able to reflect and like see your journey as you become a warrior. What we focus on expands. You want to create your environment where you are stepping into your fucking warrior. Now, as you go down here, you've got the warrior's way. These are your virtues of success. You'll see you've got the wisdom, strength, adaptability, heart-centeredness, integrity, you've got love, commitment, personal responsibility, health, courage, learning, vitality, commitment, honor, resilience, focus, discipline, authenticity. We've got commitment there, self-belief, and empathy, all the virtues of a warrior. So you look at these virtues and you're like, am I embodying this? Or what could I be doing to embody more strength? What could I be doing to be coming from a place of being more heart-centered, connected with my heart, not trying to live life from the mind all the time? You may have realized by now that if you're trying to work out life through your mind, you're going to drive yourself crazy. I like to remember what I've heard Anthony Robbins say. If you're living in your head, you're dead, right? This thing will drive you crazy. Your heart knows, heart and gut. That's like we've got three brains in our heart, our head, our heart, and our gut. They're all interconnected, and they're like our three brains. You want to go based off your gut instincts and what your heart's telling you, and then use your head to do what the other two brains are telling you to do. All right, cool. Victim versus warrior. So as we're going into this straight away, I'll show you another version of this in a moment. But essentially what you've got here is victim is where we sit when we have unhealed, unprocessed parts of ourselves. Now, again, the warrior is the part of you that chooses to be in a place of taking personal responsibility. 97% of the world sits in their victim because they haven't healed their child, right? The lower aspects of self that are still lazy and blaming things and feeling quite entitled about life, right? So when we're in our victim, we're giving away our power. Now, as a man, you want to have as much personal power as possible. And the way that we do that is by choosing to take responsibility and come from a place of our inner warrior, where we're, instead of like letting things happen to us, we have the ability to respond versus react to a situation. A victim is blaming everyone or everything outside of themselves. A warrior knows that he creates his own reality and that he's in charge of his mind and therefore in charge of his results. A victim is going to make excuses and focus on all the problems. A warrior, we see the problem as that challenge to create change, right? A problem can just be contrast. It's something we don't want to experience or something that we need to face and move through to create the change we are seeking. As a warrior is in control and looking for solutions. A victim will not take ownership of their life, let alone any of their issues. A warrior takes complete ownership. The warrior says things like, if it's meant to be, it's up to me, right? Like, I'm going to make this fucking happen. That's the kind of warrior. It's like, cool, if there's a mountain, if we can't go around it or go over it, we'll fucking go through it, right? Whatever it fucking takes. That's the energy of a warrior. Where with enough will, you will find a way. A victim is disempowered because they focus on solutions, make up all the stories about it, and fucking sit in their victim and their shit. Whereas a warrior is an empowered man. Now, when it comes to, I'm going to talk about emotions real quick here, right? An emotion is basically energy that's moving through you. Now, when you experience a negative emotion, it should pass through you in 90 seconds unless you start to create stories around it, right? So remember that. If you're feeling a negative emotion, like a challenging emotion, instead of it like associating and identifying with it, you can just be like, cool, this is some shitty, dense energy. When we can learn to allow it and let that move through us, right? The energy moves through us, we get back into a heightened space. Now you'll see some lessons on that. I've given you a challenge or some lessons on the Rise Up Warrior Challenge. It'll talk a bit about energy and the levels of consciousness and how you can allow negative emotions to just fucking move through you, bro. You don't need to associate stories to them. Yes, there's times where you can have some stuck emotions, some deep grief, some deep hurt, some deep pain. You'll be learning how to move through some of that stuff. But in general, a lot of the time, emotions are just old energy that needs to move through us. So choosing the warrior's way is choosing to be in an empowered state. It's choosing to take personal responsibility, knowing that you can't always control what happens in your life. However, you can choose what you want to do with it and how you react, your attitude, the meaning of it, and what you do next. Nothing in life has any meaning except for the meaning that you associate to it. Remember that. Nothing has any meaning in life except for the meaning that you associate to it. It's up to you to choose what things are going to mean for you. Right, so put this on your wall, right? Maybe put it on your fridge, in your journal, like really start to see that all the time. Because what will happen is if you've got like these signals of shit, am I in a victim place or am I in a warrior place? If you're seeing that everywhere, it's going to allow you to move into warrior all the time. When I was deep in my shit, when I really started to learn about victim consciousness and the different archetypes and really started resonating with that inner warrior with me, that warrior fucking king that I know I am, I would go through spaces where I was triggered, dwelling on the past, whatever was coming up for me at the time. And I had a similar worksheet to this. It was victim versus responsibility. And I had it on my fridge, in my journal, and in my office. And when I would find myself going into that lower space, I'd be like, fuck, I'm in my victim again. I'm going to choose that responsibility to be my warrior because that's where I'm empowered. So you can choose to do the same. Now, as you go through this, okay, your first lesson right here, okay, as you go through the Self-Made Warrior program, first you've got the introduction. So you can go through these lessons. There's about an hour of content there for you, just to get you started on some concepts. So you can start to go through this. You've got victim versus responsibility there, talking about raising your frequency, goals for growth, identity upgrade, and structure for success. This is the foundations of the first half of this course. So you can go through the quick 10-minute videos around that, and we're going to delve into actually doing the lessons. So this is like pre-framing and preparing you for the journey ahead so that you get familiar with these concepts, right? So sometimes to internalize information and then to embody transformation, we need repetition, right? So the more I share these concepts with you and the more you're familiarizing yourself with the education here, the more you're going to internalize it, understand it, and then be able to really step into and embody the fucking warrior that you are. So as you're going through these concepts, allow yourself to take it in at whatever level you're at. What I like to basically share with people, I used to think that I couldn't learn very well, right? I dropped out of school at 15. I was a fucking full-time stoner for like my whole teen years. And then, drank quite young, quite regularly, quite heavily for a very long time. And then when I wanted to first become a personal trainer, when I was like 21, 22, I wanted to transition out of my job as a butcher working 60 hours a week. I tried to study to become a PT, but I didn't know how to study, or I had all these negative beliefs about myself. I thought that, I just wasn't very good at learning things, that there was something wrong with me and, maybe I destroyed my brain and all these sorts of things. Really, it was just my beliefs that were shaping my world. I was challenged by something. Instead of identifying that it was a challenge and doing the work to create the change and persist and all those sorts of things, I would just give up and quit because I would again go into the place of being a victim. So now I've learned, like, when we're learning new concepts, sometimes it takes a little bit for the information to sink in, right? And repetition breeds embodiment and internalization of the information. So when you first take in information, you might have this level of understanding, like where it's really low, right? So you read or you watch a video or something and you start to pick up some concepts. So then that increases, right? It's like your level of awareness, your level of consciousness increases. And then you watch or read the same thing again, and then you understand it at a deeper level and a deeper level and a deeper level, then a deeper level until you fucking got it, right? And you start internalizing it and sharing it with others. When you start to share information with others, that's when you really start to internalize and embody what you're speaking about and what you're sharing. All right, so you will be able to go through your introduction. I've given you the 5 videos there. Again, that's basically what the first half of this course is going to be about. So you're going to be able to see that and be introduced to the concepts and processes and that we're going to be going through to create a physical change within you, right? And I've also given you a lesson there, a bonus lesson to ownership, which goes deeper into the victim versus responsibility, conscious versus the unconscious mind, your structure of reality. That's in our Self-Made Man program, but I'm giving you that as well, just so, again, you can really get your teeth into these concepts and really start to get the most out of this program in this course, right? Then you're going to go into your life assessment. Now, this is what we were at on the Self-Made Warrior workbook. Okay, you can go through that lesson. this is what you've got access to begin with, okay? And the rest of these modules will unlock week by week as you go into it, all right? So back to your course, download this. You've got all your worksheets. You want to print it off. You're going to do this in week 2, okay? Your goals, again, discipline, starting to get your habits, your routines, your rituals, right? Your daily focus, moving towards your goals and your outcomes, weekly planner, monthly planner, your habit tracker, right? You got one here and you've also got one in the other course. So you can put one up on your wall from what you get here. And then your identity upgrade. We're going to teach you how to embody who you're becoming through this program. All right, back here, okay, Self-Made Warrior program. Now we can exit that. You also got this platform here as well. So as you go through the course, you'll get new things that you can do here and you can tick off, right? Get that dopamine hit. You've got your habits and everything there. And calls will be uploaded here as well. So there's the course there, and smart docs and things like that as well. All right, so the main thing for you guys right now, as you're going through this program, is you need to dedicate the time that it's going to take to move through this course. Okay, so you've got your workbook. Now that's going to be for the first half of this course, right? Really working on the identity, showing that you can actually commit, be disciplined, start to create change within your physical being, right? Within what you're putting in your mouth, how you're moving your body, the challenge that you're using to create physical transformation and change in your life. That's going to be the first part of you. Build that inner strength, build that resilience, build your character, which will increase your self-worth and your confidence. It will increase your belief in yourself and therefore your self-esteem, because you'll start to see that you're the man that follows through, that takes action, that makes progress, right? One of the things as men, right, is to be happy and fulfilled. We need to be making progress and moving forward, right? Like that's what we love to do as men. It's very masculine to make progress, to feel like you're conquering something, right? And that's going to like raise your energy up into that place of like pride and then courage. And then we keep going up the levels of consciousness, which you'll learn more about in the course, into that place where you're in like oneness and love and like acceptance of all things. So what I'm going to do right now is finish up this lesson there. You'll have the calls each week. So it'll either be with myself or a self-made mentor that will be running those calls. You've got access to that through the course as well. So just follow the instructions as you're moving through the videos. It'll show you where the Zoom link to get access to the calls each week. What time they're going to be on will be there as well. And you'll also have your mentor keeping you accountable and supporting you as well. So with that, basically the calls show up there. That's where we're going to get the personalized coaching and go deeper into these concepts, really helping you to awaken and embody that into inner warrior. Looking forward to seeing you in the course. And yeah, let's rise up, bro. Like to choose, it is a conscious and unconscious, but a conscious decision to choose to do the fucking work, to rise up and become your most abundant and authentic self as a self-made warrior.